Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to XFW Ground Zero on this fine Sunday afternoon as Mutsara Tanaka enters the fray. Matsuda Tanaka had a match just last night with the Purple Haze Rick the Dragon Fletcher, and was interrupted by the Ministry of Darkness. They took out Tanaka and then utterly picked apart Rick the Dragon Fletcher in an attack. Michael Webster, thank you for liking the stream. Marshall Foskett, Justin Lee Simmons, Owen Bush, and Rick Fletcher, thank you guys all for tuning in. Jesse Lee Simmons, thank you for liking the stream as well. Tanaka looks like he's in fair condition as he gets ready to face his opponent today on Ground Zero, Dynamite Nick Thomas. Elijah Battle, thank you for liking the stream and welcome to XFW Ground Zero. Dynamite Nick Thomas, the forever underdog here in XFW. This young man is determined. He has a never quit, never die, never surrender attitude. Marshall Foskett, thank you for liking the stream. Nick Thomas. Actually, Thomas has a pretty fair win-loss record here in XFW. It is very well for himself, and here we go, ladies and gentlemen, as we start things off, and Tanaka coming out of the gate with a cross chop right to the chest of Thomas, and we are off and running. Thomas fires back with a chop up on the shoulders, head scissors takedown by Dynamite Nick Thomas. Thomas has really come into his own the past few years here in XFW. Developed new skills. He came in very young. He's yet to hold any championships here in XFW. But it does not stop this kid. It does not deter him from giving it his all and trying his damnedest. But right now, he's going up against one of the smallest competitors in XFW, in Mutsara Tanaka. Coming in at under 200 pounds. But you swear he fights like he's 260 pounds. Tanaka, an outstanding competitor here in XFW. Right now with a belly suplex, taking Thomas head over heels down to the canvas. Bob Harris in the referee in the match today. Last night we have learned that Mike Atura suffered a lot of trauma and a concussion at the hands of the Ministry of Darkness. Mike Atura may miss some time here in XFW due to the Ministry's shenanigans and attacks. But Harris has been, well, Bob Harris himself has been a little bit better than he has in the past, not getting in his way as much as he used to. Still happy to have Bob here. Got his drinking habit under control. Tanaka with a shot. Oh, goes for that cross chop again, but Thomas shoves him down to the canvas. And a drop kick. Thomas definitely has the potential to be a great here in XFW, but still a little bit naive. Yet to find that killer instinct inside to really excel him to the next level here in XFW. Suplex now by Matsuda Tanaka. Just grabbing, thought he was going for a Cobra clutch and just drove Thomas down onto his knee. And again, the elbow shot. Tanaka hellbent today on making this a quick match, going for his second cover, but Thomas quickly gets the shoulder up. Snapmare misses, and Tanaka just drives him face first down to the canvas. Wow, that was impactful. Thomas didn't know what hit him. We got a cover again, leg is hooked, but Thomas again resilient, gets the shoulder up. Tanaka now standing over. Tanaka, hook kick right to the face. Right to the face. Again, delivers that shot. And Tanaka continuing the onslaught. And now stretching out the shoulder of Dynamite Nick Thomas. Glad to see Tanaka in fair condition himself today after that attack last night by the Ministry of Darkness. Dynamite Nick Thomas now with an underhook, takes him up and over. Beautiful suplex by Thomas as he tries to get back into this contest. Tanaka has dominated a good portion of it. And now going to the arm. Thomas staying right on top of him now, finding a little bit of burst of speed here. Snap suplex now by Dynamite. We've got a cover. I have to say, Bob is on par. Bob is right in there checking for the shoulders. A far cry difference from how Bob Harris, our referee, used to be in the past. Upship now by... Oh, Tanaka turns it around. Combination. But Thomas getting right back up. Thomas now getting right back in his face. And a kick to the midsection. Thomas now with an Irish whip. Single leg dropkick now by Thomas. And the second one. Scoops underneath, spins him around, beautiful. Neckbreaker by Dynamite. Nick Thomas exploding. Onto the scene here. Toss him into the corner now. Dynamite Nick Thomas in pursuit. Elbow shot. And another one. Driving him. Well, good Lord. 5 shots to the side of the head of Matsuda Tanaka by Dynamite Nick Thomas. Turns around, up over the top rope. Now goes Dynamite. But a shot to the face of Tanaka. Thomas has turned this thing around. Ooh, kick to the face. And a shot right to the ribs. Kick to the midsection. Hooks him up. Oh, now a pedigree. Where the hell did that come from? Dynamite Nick Thomas with a pedigree. Wow. Wow. Dynamite Nick Thomas with a shot to the midsection. Lands a pedigree out of nowhere. And again, the good sportsman that is Dynamite Nick Thomas constantly. And Tanaka extending the hand. Jesse Lee Simmons asking if Lee Bischoff is on the card. Lee Bischoff was in a match last night at XFW Saturday Night Showdown. He is not on our card today, but Bischoff had an outstanding match last night on Showdown, as he has each and every week here on XFW. Now, ladies and gentlemen, last night we saw a lot of the Ministry of Darkness. None of them scheduled in-ring competition, but they definitely made their presence very well known as they continued to attack and assault a number of XFW personalities. Most importantly was Rick the Dragon Fletcher, who had a legitimate win on XFW Friday night's Danger Zone over the Butcher. A submission victory, and I guess it did not sit well with the Ministry as they attacked him last night. They threw Matsuda Tanaka out of the ring, attacked Mike Itora, our head referee, and then utterly picked apart Rick the Dragon Fletcher. We have learned has 4 broken ribs, a concussion, and some internal bleeding and contusions. Rick the Dragon Fletcher is going to miss a significant time of wrestling at the hands at the Ministry. Now, Mike Couture himself has suffered a number of injuries. Mike was able to finish the 2 matches last night. Referee, he was slow on the go. You notice a definite difference in Mike's movement. He will also be missing some time here in XFW. He's not suffered as many injuries as Rick the Dragon Fletcher at the hands of the Ministry. Folks, the Ministry continues to grow and continues to brutalize a number of in-ring competitors here in XFW. Drago with the championship around his waist, the World Heavyweight Championship. You've got Fenwick. You've got the Wanderer, Owen Bush, the Butcher, Drago himself, and River Styx, who continuously attack people left and right, unprovoked, this pack mentality. The dark cloud continues to loom over XFW. We're not sure when we're going to see the end of it. But right now, we're going to head in ringside for more one-on-one action as XFW Ground Zero continues on this Sunday afternoon. And here comes the Crusher, Carl Ellis, the ring general.
Making his way to the ring from Norfolk, Virginia, weighing in at 240.
Carl the Crusher Ellis making his way down the ringside. Ellis coming out of a 12-year retirement. And hoping to find XFW glory. Find one more championship before he goes into permanent retirement. This veteran in the ring. Many refer to him as a general. But tonight he's going to go up against a brute inside the squared circle. As he goes up against one half of the Anarchists, Crum Ferguson. A former tag team champion, Ferguson, making his way out, and you see in tow his partner Angus right behind him.
Representing the Anarchists from Devil Hill, North Carolina, weighing in at 306 pounds,
Ferguson is definitely a force to be reckoned with, and Angus Hayes, his partner, could very much have an impact on this matchup if he decides to interject himself and get involved. These two dominated the tag team scene for nearly a year as champions. But Ellis looking for a victory tonight as he continues to grow and continues to look for an opportunity to XFW gold. One more chance at glory is his own words. Ooh, but already a strong elbow to the back of the head from Ferguson, impacting the turnbuckle, and Ferguson already hoisting Ellis off his feet and down to the canvas. Both members of the Anarchists really don't follow the rules of the ring too well. And already we see, just as I was talking about, just this blatant choke on Ellis. Bob Harris looks a little worried to interject himself there. Quite frankly, I'd be scared as well. But Ellis fires right back with a clothesline. And over the top rope goes Ferguson. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is why he calls himself the Ring General. Not only was it damaging, Wayne Jaworski, thank you for liking the stream, but it gave Ellis a little bit of chance to recover. Sending Ferguson to the outside. You notice how Ellis did not pursue it, did not continue the onslaught, allowed him to recover, catch his breath a little bit. But right now, Ferguson back on top with a sidewalk slam. We've got a cover now on Ellis, but a 2 count. The Ring General gets his shoulder up. Ferguson now with a pinch on the neck and shoulder region, trying to hit that pressure point, trying to numb the shoulders of Ellis. But oh, what a right hand by the Crusher. Hard Irish whip now up and down. Spine buster by the Ring General, Carl Ellis. Ellis now goes to work on the leg, taking out the base of his larger opponent. Again, the thoughtful strategies of the Crusher, who's been in the ring for, hell, twice as long as Crum Ferguson has been in professional wrestling. Ellis has been competing. He's got forgotten more strategies than I'm sure Ferguson and Hayes have ever known, as Ferguson rolls underneath the bottom rope. Shot to the face now by Ferguson. Shrugs off Ellis. Ellis again with the counter, sends him right back up over the top rope. And again Ferguson with the forearm shot staggers the General. Hayes and Ferguson dominated the tag team division for a long, long time. Much of that was due to their anarchist rules and how they don't really care for the rules of the ring. But there's a hellacious big boot to the face of Ellis. He may be busted open. Went for a second one, the Crusher dodging out of the way, with Ferguson keeping the pressure on. Big time power slam connects. We've got to cover too close to the ropes. Too close to the ropes, and Ellis gets his shoulder up, gets his foot on the bottom rope. And again, the big boot. Leg drop now across the chest. The Crusher now in a world of trouble. Ferguson starting to dominate. Ellis trying anything he can. That's a big backdrop. Unbelievable brutality. Up and down goes Ellis. Good Lord. He just got rocked. We've got a cover. That might be all she wrote for Ellis. Somehow managed to get the shoulder up. Ellis now back to his feet. Into a neck breaker. Ellis trying everything he can, but Ferguson has had a hand on it. Hoist him up. Flatten him straight out face first into the canvas. Could that be it? No. Ferguson gets the shoulder almost with ease. Ferguson is a brute inside the squared circle. Ellis now stomping away. Ferguson rolls to the outside. Right back in. Here comes Ellis and misses. Ferguson with an Irish whip in the corner. Ellis fires back again. Kick to the midsection. Hooking him up, pump handle. Takes him on the shoulders. Death Valley driver. Connects from Ellis. Old school maneuvers there. Almost a 2 count. But again, Ferguson gets that monster shoulder off the canvas. Ellis now with a knife edge chop. Overhand strike to the top of the head. Irish whip down by the ring general. Up and down into the flapjack. Ellis now trying to turn this match around. Ferguson on the receiving end. Irish whip again by the big man. A little bit of rope dumping. Wow! Ferguson just got turned inside out by Ellis. A little bit of sleight of hand there. Ferguson firing back now again, those monster right hands. The elbows to the chin. Irish whip in the corner. Ellis does look winded, but fires back again. Ellis hoists him up. Vertebreaker right on the back of the neck. Angus Hayes looks a little worried on the outside. We've got a cover. Leg is hooked. Holy cow. Ellis pulls off the victory in outstanding fashion. The Crusher, Carl Ellis, victorious on Ground Zero. Virgin does not look happy at all. An outstanding back and forth match. Cron Ferguson dominated a majority of that matchup, but again, you see the in-ring style of Crusher Carl Ellis. How he can turn around, match around. He gains control of the momentum of the match, makes it work for him. Got Ferguson to expend a lot of energy and wear himself out, and Ellis capitalized. He kept a strong, solid pace. And ladies and gentlemen, the Crusher, Carl Ellis, walks away to victory today on XFW Ground Zero. Now, folks, I want to thank you all for tuning in on this Sunday afternoon, whether you're on Facebook, whether you're on Twitch, whether you are on our YouTube channel, or some of the folks that still continue to watch on Bloodsword6.com, where you can find XFW t-shirts, socks, stickers, mugs, and more on Bloodsword6.com. A lot of XFW merchandise as well. Some of our standard stuff for our main page, Bloodsword6 Streaming. Thank you guys who have already have purchased some merchandise. And there's a lot of t-shirts floating around out there. And thank you guys for that and your continued support. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we're talking a lot about the Ministry of Darkness, Drago, the leader of the MOD, currently holding on to the XFW World Heavyweight Championship. He defeated the Destroyer back at XFW Lockdown, which was supposed to be an Elimination Chamber match, but the Ministry took out 2 members of that match before it even began earlier in the day. It turned into a fatal 4-way Extreme Rules match, and then as Drago himself was in the match and was down for the count, the lights go out, and then the Jackals, the Hellhounds, came out. All the opponents were eliminated except for the Destroyer, who then was triple teamed by the Ministry and pinned by Drago. So as well as Drago holds on to that championship, it wasn't won fairly. It wasn't won honestly, but quite frankly, the Ministry does not care. But right now, we're going to head down to ringside for more one-on-one action as Liam Phelps collides with Bad Boy Marshall Sweet next. And here comes bad boy Marshall Sweet.
Making his way to the ring from Toronto, Ontario, Canada, weighing in at 210 pounds, bad boy Marshall
Sweet, a former Internet and United States champion here in XFW, making his way into the square circle now as he gets ready to go against one half of Hazard Warning, Liam Phelps. Sweet has had some legendary rivalries already here in XFW in the little over a year and a half he's been with us. An outstanding in-ring competitor, mixed martial artist, and submission technician. And here comes one half of Hazard Warning, Liam Phelps. Liam Phelps has been in singles competition not often, but does very well for himself. His partner, Keith Hale, unable to make the trip today. So Phelps took an opportunity for one-on-one competition, and he gets bad boy Marshall Sweet. I have a feeling this one's going to be a solid match, ladies and gentlemen. Between these two, both these men, very, very highly skilled athletics. Very similar in size and stature. And here we go. We are off and running. Front face lock already by Phelps. Oh, and he goes right to the eyes. I was just giving Phelps some credit for being solidly skilled. And right out of the gate, he goes for a cheap maneuver. I take everything back. Phelps now wind up DDT. Down goes Sweet. Again, the early advantage goes to that thumb to the eye by Phelps. Cheap tactics right out of the get-go to get an early lead. Sweet now in a bad way, neckbreaker by Phelps. Takes him down. Liam Phelps going for an early cover. Zenton TV, thank you for following. Welcome to XFW. Sweet with a good ring awareness, rolls underneath the ropes, and here comes Phelps right in the way. Sweet takes him down. Double leg takedown on the outside. I think Sweet just baited Liam Phelps and he fell for it. Shoves him back inside in desperation, trying to keep control. And a wind-up shot right to the head. Sweet has been hard to get any offense in ever since that opening spot with the thumb right to the eyes. Phelps has taken control of this contest and continues to maintain control in this matchup. Dragging Sweet around the ring, again a cover. Well, you'll notice no leg hook. Phelps getting a little too cocky. Elbow shot now to the face by Sweet. Into a scoop slam. Sweet now turning the tables on Phelps. Can he make a comeback? Can. He gets some offense in. Nice leapfrog now by Sweet, and a stomp to the chest. The height that man gets with that maneuver. Phelps gets the shoulder up. Sweet. Hurricane Rana, beautifully executed. Bad boy Marshall Sweet now taking the charge in this matchup. And Liam Phelps finds himself on the receiving end. On the defense. I should have been in this corner. Liam Phelps with a shot to the face. Goes to the knee. Smart move by Liam Phelps. And again, taunting to the audience. If you take out the legs of bad boy Marshall Sweet, you can take away half of his offense. On the ropes again, the second time that neckbreaker. Phelps has got this well scouted. He's taking lead. He knew what to do. And again, the cover. But again, no leg hooked. Just the forearm across the face to insult Sweet is Liam Phelps. And a shot again right to the head. Phelps looks good today. I've got to give him credit, even if he is taking The low roll up and over. Sweet taken down. Big time back body drop by one half of Hazard Warning. Sweet again. Oh! I thought he was going to do it again. I thought he was going with the back body drop again, but Sweet adjusted in midair and lands a Hurricane Rana. Are you kidding me? Sweet now got him on the top rope. Where the hell is he going? Sweet now with a shot to the ribs and another one. Where are they going now? Elbow shot, elbow shot. Oh, good Lord. Sweet on a tirade here. Oh, my God. Oh, my dear Lord. Sweet reverse Frankensteiner from the top rope. Delivered. We've got a cover now. Leg is hooked. What a kick out. Liam Phelps should take notes on how to hook a leg. Sweet. Going for a legitimate pin. Phelps fires back now. Oh, and again goes for the knee. Again, the attacks on the knee by Liam Phelps. Again, a sound strategy. And another one. And another one right after that knee. A smart move by Liam Phelps. Again, if you can ground Bad Boy Marshall Sweet, take away half of that offense, it's a sound strategy. Sweet with a counter. Sweet now locking on the arm. Drops it down to the canvas. Ryan Shook, thank you for liking the stream. Oh, it drives him down to that canvas. Liam Phelps now retreating back to the corner. Bad Boy Marshall now charging. In drives the elbow. And an enziguri to suit. That low springs right to the top. Sweet off the top elbow right to the middle of the back. Right to the kidney area from Bad Boy Marshall Sweet. And goes for a super kick. Oh, but the second one connects. Phelps countered the first one, but Sweet adjusted. And a kick out by Phelps. Marshall Foskett, thank you for sending 200 stars. Sweet now with a windup. Phelps with a shot right to the face. Cross chop down by Phelps. And a shot to the midsection. And one hell of an uppercut. One hell of an uppercut from Liam Phelps. Sweet leveled. Oh, the clothesline now from Phelps. Follows through the second one. Leg lariat connected onto Sweet. Liam Phelps now in control. Goes for a swing sweep with a back out. Into a neck breaker. Sweet holds on, rolls through. Beautifully executed. Phelps in a world of trouble. Phelps trapped, nowhere to go. Can't get to the ropes. He's got a tap. He's got a tap. Sweet pulls off the victory. What an outstanding matchup between those two young men. That was fantastic. There's the block and the super kick, but you see the foot adjustment by Bad Boy Marshall Sweet. What an outstanding matchup between two highly skilled athletes. See the blood on the side of Sweet's head and the top. Whoa, 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 whoa. What the hell is this? What the hell is this? What the hell is this? The Wanderer Owen Bush. The Wanderer Owen Bush. And a gutbuster on Sweet. Sweet has been one of the outspoken wrestlers here against the Ministry of Darkness and her tactics, and now the Wanderer Owen Bush out here attacking. The Ministry continues to brutalize every person in XFW they see is in their way. And now the Wanderer again out at his right hand. The Wanderer now staring through the soul of Sweet, who's already bleeding, who just had a hellacious match. And now Sweet unable to defend himself against the Wanderer Owen Bush. Is Bush actually chanting? What the hell is he saying? Sweet is in a world of trouble. Sweet now fires back. Sweet now trying to get himself to save here. Repeated shots now. Sweet again with a shot to the back of the head. Uh-oh, Wanderer again hooking him up. On the shoulders. Sweet now in an Argentine backbreaker. Sweet now tapping out. We got to get somebody out here. We need to get somebody out here. Unbelievable. The ministry, ladies and gentlemen, continues to go too far here in XFW. Time and time again attacking anybody they see as a threat to their iron grip they have on XFW. Drago, again, the XFW World Heavyweight Champion here in XFW. The leader of the ministry. Ever since River Styx showed up, Drago's power seemed to increase and only get more and more devastating. And then the Wanderer, Owen Bush, formerly the Wildcat, was the first one he infected, dare I say, into his new ministry. And then came Fenwick the Monster. And then the Butcher. And the group continues to grow in power and size. And they have this dark cloud that looms over XFW that the ministry continues to use their influence and again, you see right there, folks, last night, multiple matches interfered and attacked by the ministry. And already the Wanderer, Owen Bush, coming out and attacking Bad Boy Marshall Sweet after he already had an outstanding match and a way to put a damper and a rain cloud over a beautiful display of athleticism both by Bad Boy Marshall Sweet and Liam Phelps, for that matter, if you put aside the dirty tactics he used with the thumbs of the eyes. But again, the ministry needs to be stopped. The ministry needs to be put to the side. But ladies and gentlemen, quite frankly, I don't think anyone in XFW has the ability to do what needs to be done. But right now, we're going to head on the ringside as the XFW Women's Champion, Jayden Sakamoto, in one-on-one action against a rival she knows very, very well, Tammy Rose. And here comes Tammy Rose, a former XFW Women's Champion herself.
Tammy
Rose, one of the most dominant competitors in our women's division, the Bombshell from the United Kingdom. Rose was the woman that ended the long undefeated streak of Jayden Sakamoto. These two have no love lost between them. Know each other very well. Here comes the two-time women's champion, Jayden Sakamoto. Jayden Sakamoto, when she first arrived in XFW, very much a rookie, had a hard time getting her feet moving, getting any traction. But once she adjusted to the XFW and American style of professional wrestling, Sakamoto excelled herself right to the top of the charts, went right on to capture the championship, and was still to this day the most dominant XFW Women's Champion we have had in our promotion, and now a two-time women's champion. So look for Tammy Rose to use every underhanded tactic she can to get a win over Sakamoto, to probably excel her to the number one contendership spot. Sakamoto rolling out of the armbar. Sakamoto grabbing on the head, flipping her straight over. Outstanding maneuver by Jayden Sakamoto. Collar elbow tie. Sakamoto shoving her back to the ropes. Bob trying to get in the middle there. Bob's got the, oh! I was going to say, Bob's got the best seat in the house, but Rose, again, using the tactics, taking the shot over Bob's shoulder, and here we go. Seeing a window of opportunity, Tammy Rose taking that window, albeit a cheap one. Now the double underhook, up, oh, face buster. Down goes the women's champion. Sakamoto now on the defense. Tammy Rose, the Bombshell, tossing her by her hair. No skill in that, just brute force and anger by Tammy Rose. Snapmare countered. Sakamoto now leg lariat right across the jaw from the women's champion. Sakamoto now taking charge. Big right hand by the champion. Sakamoto up and over. Float over DDT. Beautifully executed. Tammy Rose in pain, holding on to her neck. We've got a cover, but a kick out. Kick to the midsection. Neckbreaker now by the challenger. This is a non-title matchup, but a lot on the line. Again, Tammy Rose can find herself in a perfect spot if she can pull off a victory over the women's champion. Sakamoto now perching herself on the middle rope. Sakamoto, nobody home. Goes for the forearm dive and misses. Now Sakamoto dodging out of the way of a drop kick. Full Nelson German suplex into a cover, but Rose instantly gets the shoulder up. Which one thing, Tammy Rose is very resilient. Kick to the midsection counter. Now both ladies with exchanges back and forth, countering each other. Again, they know each other so damn well. No surprises for either one of these two ladies. Sakamoto now driving the shot. Working on the arm. And again. Tammy Rose will be looking to pull off that brainbuster she likes to use to finish off her opponents. Meanwhile, Sakamoto will be looking for the Sakamoto driver, a variation on the Death Valley driver, to put away Tammy Rose. Rose, a leg drop. A little bit of momentum on that one. Spun it right around across the chest of the women's champion. Oh, what a roundhouse kick brutality. Wow. And another one. Rose now in control. Sakamoto in a world of hurt. We've got it covered now by Tammy Rose. Sakamoto gets the shoulder up. Sakamoto getting back to her feet. Ooh, kick to the midsection. Uh-oh. Rose hits the brainbuster. That can be out. Oh, too close to the ropes. Jajin Sakamoto realized where she was. Counters out of the way of the drop kick. Sakamoto with a clothesline. And another one. Sakamoto finding her second win. Leg lariat connects. Sakamoto now in charge. What a turnaround by Sakamoto. Big right hand. Jumping neckbreaker now by Sakamoto, who's now finding herself in control again. Tammy Rose, unfortunate for herself. Oh, she got her shoulder. Sakamoto driver. We've got a cover. Wow. Wow. Sakamoto victorious, although she looks like she lost the battle. The way she's holding on to herself there, grabbing onto her head and neck. Tammy Rose did hit the brainbuster, but Sakamoto's foot underneath the ring ropes. Bob forced to make the call to break the pin attempt, and Sakamoto turning the tables, landing. Here's the brainbuster. Boom. But look at Sakamoto's feet underneath the ropes. Catches with the jumping neckbreaker, followed with the Sakamoto driver, and the women's champion pulls off the victory. What a turnaround by Sakamoto. Jajin Sakamoto, your XFW Women's Champion, in an outstanding fashion. That was a very well contested match between both of those young ladies. And again, the abilities of both of them are outstanding. Both of them are top tier performers here in XFW. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we've still got a number of matches coming your way, including the Blue Bloods in action tonight on today, I should say, on XFW. And our main event will feature the Tank, Sam Ford, in one-on-one competition. Steven Cordero, thank you for liking the stream. Sam Ford will be going one-on-one with the Prince, Christopherson Pierce. Now, Ford is lined up, ladies and gentlemen, as the number one contender against Drago and his XFW World Heavyweight Champion. That match will take place at Wrestle War on September 4th. So mark your calendars now. I'm going to actually make sure I mark my calendar and make sure that is the correct date. Yes, it is September 4th, XFW Wrestle War. Ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned for that. And again, Sam Ford going his opportunity to challenge Drago for the XFW World Heavyweight Championship. Now, the thing will be if the Tank can make it that far, as we've seen the Ministry of Darkness attacking everybody and everybody that even looks in their general direction or puts a threat to the Ministry Stranglehold on XFW. But right now, two former United States champions collide on XFW Ground Zero as Savage Andre Stevens goes one-on-one with Sean Owens next.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Harlem, New York, weighing in at 261 pounds, the Savage, Andre Stevens.
Savage Andre Stevens making his way down to the area. Stevens and Sean Owens are no strangers to one another. Savage Andre Stevens, the man who defeated Sean Owens for the XFW United States Championship and then dominated the division for a number of months before finally being defeated by Ultimo Shane, our current United States champion.
Weighing in at 239 pounds, the Natural, Sean Owens.
The Natural Sean Owens, dubbed Sean 2.0 Owens by the XFW Universe. A former tag team champion and one of the most dominant United States champion in our XFW history. This young man has been outstanding inside the ring, one of the most well-respected competitors in the locker room. Owens very much a no-nonsense technical wrestler. But since re-emerging from his former days as tag team division, that's what represents the Phoenix on his jacket and on his tights. New look, new in-ring arsenal. Owens has really redefined himself a number of times here. And ever since he had this reinvention, this reimagining, it's been very exciting to watch this young man inside the ring. And here we go. And again, these two know each other, and already Owens coming out of the gate, right hands and lefts, but bad boy or Andre Stevens firing right back, pump handle slam. Owens coming out of the gate with rights and lefts almost to mock Savage Andre Stevens. Benjamin Davis, thank you for liking the stream. Stevens now stomping away. Stevens gut wrench into a suplex. Savage Andre Stevens has really come into his own here in XFW, coming in, bragging about boxing is a better form of fighting than professional wrestling, and uses a lot of his former boxing techniques still inside the square circle, but has adapted to pro wrestling very, very well. A mix of boxing and wrestling tactics, and very much a animalistic style attack, very much that killer instinct by Savage Andre Stevens. Oh, you don't want to turn your back on Sean Owens. Getting a little cocky. Owens hoisting him up into a suplex. Savage Andre Stevens getting a little overconfident there. Owens made him pay for it. Owens now hoisting him up into a brainbuster. Hellacious impact by Owens. We've got to cover. But Savage gets the shoulder up. Owens very much a submission style wrestler. Watch him folks start utilizing attacks on the arms to set up the Owens lock. And what are we talking about now? Owens now on the top rope. All this weight used trying to separate the shoulder of Savage Andre Stevens. And right back in now goes Owens. And back into a German suplex. Owens has turned the tables on Savage Andre Stevens, brutalizing him. Owens gonna go for it again. A second time again, all his weight, 200 plus pounds, pulling on the arms of Savage Andre Stevens. And again the German suplex. Owens calculating now, picking apart the former champion. Too close to the ropes. Owens used to be a partner with Josh the Coach Clemens in a team they used to call True Style. Owens ejected from the team after a loss where Josh the Coach Clemens blamed him for everything. after losing the tag team titles. Owens now going to the leg. Ooh, Stevens getting right back up. Stevens charging in the clothesline. Where did that come from? An exploding endurance. An adrenaline coming. Savage Andre Stevens cuts off all the momentum Owens had just been building. Oh, and what a knee strike. Savage constantly targeting the head, weakening it up, making it softer for those right hands and right hooks. But again, Stevens turning his back on the former U.S. champion. His ego may be the death of him in this matchup. Owens shoves him back inside. Owens now right back on the assault. And again turning right to the arm, driving the shoulder into the canvas. Hoist him up. Ooh, Andre with a nice counter knee strike right to the top of the head. Savage now in control. Fires back again by Sean Owens. Owens with the arm. Stevens with a counter. Right cross. Owen, and what a clothesline by Stevens. With Owens again back to his feet. Owens wrapping over, float over into a DDT. Counter after counter. Just shows you how well these two know each other. Owens now, he's going to try it again. Owens again locking that on. And you see Stevens screaming in pain. Owens now going to the top. Missing the drop kick. Savage capitalizes, belly-to-belly suplex. Owens now trying to get the ropes, trying to get himself back to his feet. Both these guys taking every opportunity they can. Look at this. Stevens now using a cross-face cripple, trying to use his own submissions. Owens back to his feet to cleanse the clothesline. What a back and forth attack here by both these men. Up into a brainbuster again. Owens now cross armbar locked on. Again trying to soften the arms of Savage Andre Stevens. Stevens trying to go for a snapmare. Owens on the counter. Owens again right back to the arm. Owens starting to look a little on the exhausted side. Hip toss takeover. And again the attack. On the arm by the natural Sean Owens. Kicked in the midsection by Savage and a clothesline. Both these men starting to look a little weary. Owens himself in the clothesline. Stevens in trouble. Owens now trying to line up. Stevens trying to get back to his feet. Doesn't realize where he is. Kicked in the midsection now by Owens. Double underhook. Hooks him over. Owens lock is on. Owens lock is on. Owens lock. Stevens in trouble. Can he break the hold? Can he get out? He's got a tap. Owens locks on again. Possibly the most devastating submission in XFW. Very few competitors have been able to get themselves out of that maneuver. There's the brainbuster from earlier on this matchup. Too close to the ropes. You see Andre's feet underneath. A complete back and forth battle. Here's the first time the arm lock was on. And nowhere to go. And there's the tap from the Owens lock.
Here is your winner, the Natural, Sean
Owens on his way for another opportunity at XFW Gold as he continues to climb the ranks. What a matchup. Sean Owens locking on what he calls the Owens lock in an outstanding fashion, getting a submission victory over Savage Andre Stevens. And again, you see how well those two guys know each other. The back and forth battle between the two. What a great match between the two. And again, they know each other so well. They've battled time and time again over the over the United States Championship. and battled over which form of combat is better, professional wrestling or boxing. Now, quite frankly, folks, I'm a little inclined to say wrestling has a little bit more endurance and stamina, as you don't get to stop in between rounds. You don't get that rest break. You don't get recovery time. You don't get your head patted with ice cold water. You don't get your ring trainer to check on you. If you need time in wrestling, you got to find an opportunity to get it yourself. You've got to find a way to go to a rest hold. Keep your opponent down while you try to recover while you're still active inside the ring, or knock your opponent down long enough where you get a chance to catch your breath. However, boxing is far more instructful as shots to the head repeatedly. Both forms of combat have their pluses and minuses. But when you're in the land of XFW, you can't just be a boxer. And that is Savage Andre Stevens finding out now that everyone is wise to his game. He's not as devastating as he used to be, but that still doesn't mean he's not someone to be feared and respected. Savage Andre Stevens still an outstanding competitor here in XFW. Well, up next, ladies and gentlemen, tag team action coming your way. The Blue Bloods, Wyndham Shaw and Earl Clark, set to go up against the tag team twins of the James Boys. Now, the James Boys have been relatively new here to XFW. The Blue Bloods here only a few months before them. Both teams now scrambling, trying to climb the ranks in the tag team division, trying to get a number one contendership spot to challenge Power and Glory for the tag team championships. But right now, these two young fledgling teams collide on XFW Ground Zero. I love how the Blue Bloods have their black and white intro, their old school look, as here come the Blue Bloods. Brought to XFW by Biff Wellington himself. Wyndham Shaw and Earl Clark. I still don't get why they don't wear knee pads.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. On the way to the ring, at a combined weight of 466 pounds, the
The Blue
Blue Bloods.
Bloods making their way down the ringside. These guys have outstanding in-ring presence, very solid performers. Tough as nails are the Blue Bloods. But the two men from across the pond tonight will collide with the two young twins from Texas,
And their opponents,
Alex and Lance James, the James Boys.
94 pounds.
We saw these two on XFW Danger Zone, using a little bit of what some folks call the twin magic. Swapping in and out inside the ring, keeping the referee guessing, keeping their opponents guessing. Definitely a lot of potential inside the ring right now. There's the bell, and here we go. Wyndham Shaw going to start things off with, I believe, Alex James inside the ring. James with a couple shots. Irish over the turnbuckle. Whoa, wild swing close on Wyndham Shaw. Saw that coming a mile away. And Shaw instantly goes on the attack. and takes him up and over. I think Lance on the outside just took a wild swing at Wyndham and missed. Into a suplex. Wyndham Shaw and Earl Clark so devastating inside the ring. They're not the biggest guys on the roster, but they are definitely two of the toughest, much like Biff Wellington himself. Again, Wyndham Shaw dodging that clothesline, and we are back to square one. Oh, there's a European uppercut, and Alex just got spun around like a top. Comes back to his feet and realizes he has a new opponent inside the ring. And tag in comes Lance. I believe that's Lance. Lance and Earl now inside the ring. Oh, what a shot by one half of the James boys. Right across the top of the skull. And another one. And another one. Third time's the charm. And a clothesline over the top goes Earl Clark. Bob Harris now trying to hold back Lance as he's trying to go back to the ring, trying to keep the pressure on Earl Clark as Bob gets ready to make the count. Back inside the ring. Drop kick countered. And again a shot to the top of the head. And another one right to the forehead. And another one this time. Earl collapses down to the canvas. And a leg drop. Oh, and a kick to the face by Earl Clark. Levels the playing field. Lance now rolling to the outside, trying to regain his composure. Meanwhile, Wyndham Shaw going to salute the crowd. Bob going to make the count. Alex on the outside. Wyndham to the outside, rolls on. Joe, look at a little bit of rope-a-dope coming off here. Off the ropes, catches the leg. Wyndham Shaw's not about the shenanigans. Saw what James was trying to do and played him for a fool. Beautiful turn on by Wyndham Shaw. James thought he was getting cocky, thought he was going to outsmart the Blue Bloods, and he paid the price. Double team maneuver here, two shots in the midsection. Oh, and double fisticuffs, both jaws to Lance James. He just got rocked. I'll tell you what, the Blue Bloods are a little snooty, but I like these guys. They're outstanding in the ring, well-oiled machine. Uh-oh, Earl Clark making his way to the top rope. Earl perched up high, and a leg drop right across the chin of Lance James. And the Blue Bloods now taking the lead in this contest. Lance back to his feet. Sneaky playing possum with a DDT and levels Wyndham Shaw. James down with the windup. Into the turnbuckle. Bouncing him off. Hoists him up. Drops him down. Electric chair drop. Down goes Wyndham. In comes, I believe, Alex. I believe. Wyndham catches him with an elbow. Deep arm drag counter, though, by Alex James. Follows through beautifully. I'll tell you what, these two young men, the James boys, have been impressive over their tenure here, a short time in XFW. Oh, Michinoku driver. Into a cover now by Wyndham. Is that Alex? I think it's Alex. Gets the shoulder up, kicks out at 2. Home territory again for the Blue Bloods. Shot to the face, though. James trying to avoid another double team maneuver. But gets a shot to the kidneys for his troubles. Oh, but fires back with an elbow right to the eye. He may just busted Wyndham open. Press slam, impressive. Wow, but Shaw right back in his face. Wow, Wyndham Shaw almost instantaneously gets back to his feet. And a European uppercut, elevated and levels Alex James hellaciously. We've got a cover. Uh-oh, in comes Lance, I believe. Lance now on the top, but it turned tables. Flip up over. Wyndham Shaw now looking for an opportunity. Hoist him up on the shoulder. Drops him down. Beautiful maneuver there. Alex now with the counter. And a right hand Wyndham Shaw sent outside to the arena floor. Uh-oh. Going to the top rope. Miguel, thank you for liking the stream. Oh, Lee Cow! Goes for the splash, but Wyndham Shaw gets the knees up. Drop kick counter. On the outside, kick to the midsection. What's he got here? Hoist him up. Oh my God! Miguel, thank you for sharing the stream. Alex James. Almost a brainbuster stop maneuver on the outside. And a DDT. Wyndham Shaw in trouble now. That was a brutal maneuver on the outside. Lance James now again with the press slam. Down goes Wyndham. The James boys now starting to dominate this match. Bionic elbow right to the top of the skull. And a cradle DDT lands. Wyndham Shaw rolls out of the way. Kicked in the midsection out by Shaw. Fires back by James. Snapmare. This has turned into a roundabout match back and forth between these two teams. Counter again by Wyndham. Over the top goes Lance. Gonna bring him back in to help him out the hard way. Into a suplex. Lance James now on the receiving end. Wyndham Shaw. Looking himself out. Tag in comes Earl Clark, who's been recovering on the apron. Lance James moves out of the way to kick and lands a DDT. Lance James beautifully dodging out of the way, now stomping away. What is this? Lance. Oh, what the head ringer drives him down face first into the canvas. What a counter again. Earl Clark right back on control. Not willing to give anything up. Kick to the midsection again, counter. Oh, with a horseshoe dragon leg whip. What an outstanding back and forth battle between these two teams. Lance James now hoists him up on the shoulders. Beautiful maneuver. Wow, crucifix driver. But Earl Clark gets the shoulder up. All four men got inside the ring. Clothesline now. And a second one. Earl Clark fires a shot to the midsection. Clark now with a handful here on the James boys. Up and over goes Earl, but hangs on. Lance James now going to try to bring him right back in. The James boys fighting for everything. This is a very, very closely contested matchup. Kick to the midsection now. And a big right hand by Earl Clark. Levels down Lance James. But James right back up. Earl Clark again with a counter. Oh, and a right hand. All four men now on the outside. And here comes Alex with a right hand to win to Earl Clark. And an inside atomic drop. And a second one. Your grandkids feel that. Both members now of the James boys on the outside going on to Earl Clark. Look at this. Look at this. Alex James showing off. Devastating Earl Clark on the outside. Clark now sent back in. What a brutal back and forth. Oh, Clark with a kick in the midsection. Trying to get anything back inside this match. And a neckbreaker now for Earl Clark. Both teams now in desperation mode as they continue to battle back and forth. And oh, down goes Bob. Good Lord, Bob is going to take it out. Right hands down from Alex James. Single arm DDT now. What a back and forth battle. Lance James and a right hand. Irish over to home territory now. Tag, in comes Alex. Alex going in the middle of the ropes. Boom! Down he goes. Leveled by the James boys. Almost a 3 count. Almost a 3 count. The James boys going to work. Splash inside the counter. All four men still back inside the ring. High cross body off from Earl Clark. This one's quickly spiraling out of control. Oh, and a right hand. Up on the shoulder, electric chair drop. Wyndham Shaw still inside the ropes. Oh, and he pulls down the ropes, and out goes Alex James. Lance makes his way inside, the referee not realizing what's going on. Samoan drop. Bob Harris not realizing what's going on right behind him. DDT. Not realizing what's going on behind him. Alex now making his way back inside the ring. We've got a cover. What a kick out. The James boys almost stealing something away. Miguel saying something up on the audio. We'll try to see what's going on there. We apologize, Miguel. I know I've got a little bit of a cold going on, so that could be something with it. Splash inside the corner now. But James can't capitalize. He's too winded. Earl Clark's been in the ring for a long time. Earl turning around, he's around the corner. Going to send us into home territory far across the ring. But James fires right back. And a shot to Wyndham. And he paid for it. Up over the top. And Wyndham pulls him off the apron. This one is quickly spiraling out of control. All four men now getting involved. Good Lord, this one's spilling the outside. We've got everyone on the outside. Inverted atomic drop again. Oh boy. All four members down and out on the outside. Alex James and Earl Clark back on the inside. Kick to the midsection. Earl Clark with a counter. Beautiful Northern Light suplex. Connects. Earl Clark. Boom, big time. Bulldog connects. The Blue Bloods not willing to take the loss tonight. But the James boys continue to battle Crucifix Driver. Alex looking for a tag, but can't get there. Cut off by Earl Clark. Corona Motaya. Shoved down now by Alex. Or is it Lance? I don't know. One of them's in the ring. Tagging comes the other James boy. Goes for a kick. Wyndham with a nice counter. Spinner on back into home territory. Tag again. Quick tags utilized by the James boys. Big wind up, crashes into the corner. Earl has been there forever, needs to make a tag, but can't get to his partner. Big time powerbomb now by the James boys. This one is getting brutal, folks. Did not expect this one to get to this level. Kick to the face now by Earl. Avoids the wraparound. Earl pounded into the corner. And again the bionic elbow. Alex James now collapsing down to the canvas, again winded. Both these teams putting off everything they can. Earl crawling to the wrong corner. Doesn't even realize where he's at. Front face lock. Hoist him up. Holding him up there. All the blood flowing to the top of his head. Drops him down to the canvas. Beautifully executed suplex by Alex James. Again encountered by Earl. Off the rope shoulder tackle. Fireman's carry takeover by one half of the James boys. And again the right hand. Up on the shoulders and again. Drives him down. Electric chair drop. Knife edge chop. Alex James firmly in control of this matchup right now. But at any time, Wyndham, Earl Clark have been turning things around in this matchup. Lance charging it. Oh, missing again. The body splash. Countered by Earl. Earl on shoulders. Again, all impact. No bridge. Earl now winding up. Earl may sustain an injury. You see on the Yamamoto Bluetooth device, Earl has gone into the red, deep red on his device. How much longer can the Blue Bloods take? The Jaivas have really brought it to them. Back in comes Wyndham Shaw. I will say the Blue Bloods have a lot of determination. Oh, a European uppercut. Alex James just got leveled. We've got a cover. 2, and a save by Lance James. All 4 men now inside the ring. The Blue Bloods now decimating both members of the James boys. This one has gotten bloody. This one has gotten brutal. And a stomper right now by Earl. Earl now in control. Shot to the midsection now by Alex. I think it's Alex. It might be Lance. I don't know. They look alike. Big time press slam. Wyndham Shaw now in trouble trying to get back to his partner. Possibly look for a tag again. Both teams have been making a lot of quick tags as much as they can, as both teams are absolutely winded. Big headbutt. And a right hand. And another. And a third. Alex now trying to get pumped up here. Counter again by Earl up over the top rope. And a right hand. Alex James sent to the outside. Big right hand whirlwind slap. Unbelievable back and forth on these two. Back inside we go. Wyndham Shaw in control of this contest. Uh-oh. Looking for a tag, but cut off by Shaw. Oh, but gets caught. Kick to the midsection. Gonna look for it again. Hoist him up. Drives him down into the canvas. We got a cover. And again, only a 2 count. The Jays boys look beside themselves. With surprise, the Blue Bloods refusing to stay down in this marathon matchup. European uppercut delivered by Wyndham Shaw. Could that be it? We've got a cover. 2. And the Blue Bloods pull off the battle. What an outstanding back and forth match between those two. Wow. Unbelievable. The James boys giving it their all, but the experience level of the Blue Bloods come out and make the chime.
Here are your winners.
Wow.
The Blue Bloods.
Wow. Wow, Wyndham Shaw bleeding from the face pretty furiously. So was Earl Clark. Wow. What a matchup between those two teams. Wow. What an outstanding match between two teams here in XFW. That was outstanding, ladies and gentlemen. Whew, that one could have been our main event, but we still got that yet to come. Sam Ford ready to go against Christopherson Pierce, the 26th man in line for the throne of England, as he says. That matchup getting ready to start right now. But folks, I want to thank you for tuning in to XFW on this Sunday afternoon, XFW Ground Zero. We'll be back Friday night with our flagship show, XFW Danger Zone. So make sure you do not miss that. Again, folks, we apologize for the attacks by the ministry time and time again. They've interrupted a number of matches here in XFW. They have caused people matches. They've caused a number of injuries time and time again here. And now our head referee, Mike Yatura, may be on the shelf for an unknown time, as well as Rick the Dragon Fletcher, who's out with a number of broken ribs, inside contusions, and a concussion at the hands of the Butcher and the Wanderer, Owen Bush. And again, we just saw Bush attack Bad Boy Marshall Sweet earlier on today on XFW Ground Zero. The ministry looking to eliminate anyone they consider a threat to their dominance here in XFW. And when you've got someone like Fenwick, the monster, the almost 7 foot, 500-pound monstrosity that is Fenwick, the audio is a game thing because it's gone now, possibly jacked up the noise. Possibly. Thank you, Miguel, for that heads up. We'll take a look at our systems after this broadcast to see what's going on. It might be just something with the settings on my OBS. We'll find out. But thank you for heads up. I always appreciate it when you guys tell me there's an issue. I like to have a clean stream. And there was an update to our software the other night, so something may have been tweaked off that I have not understand. So it might just be very well the game audio. We'll check that out. But right now, ladies and gentlemen, we're heading down ringside. Our main event starts right now. And here comes Christopherson Pierce now.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Chelsea, England. Weighing in at 210.
Sorry about that. Hit the wrong button trying to check on our audio. Christopherson Pierce making his way down to ringside. Try to see if that little button what we just hit there will hit that echo. I think I realized what we might have done here. Christopherson Pierce, the man that claims to be the 26th man in line for the throne of England, set to go up against the number one contender for the XFW World Heavyweight Championship, the Tank Sam Ford. And here comes the Tank.
And his opponent from Sandy, Utah, weighing in at 329 pounds, the Tank, Sam Ford.
Yes, thank you, Miguel. I think we figured out what it was. Just one box checked that didn't need to be checked. And I think we found our problem. As the Tank makes his way out to ringside. Yep, definitely found our problem. Found what was going on. It has been eliminated. Every now and again, the updates to our software activates something that was originally unchecked. It's a default setting, but now we seem to be good. Thank you, Miguel, for pointing that out. Appreciate the feedback from our XFW community. There's the bell, and here we go. And Ford coming out of the gate with a wild swing on Christopherson Pierce. These guys are no strangers to one another. They have battled time and time again. Pierce has a number of victories over Sam Ford, and Christopherson Pierce asked for this matchup. He asked for this battle. Ever since Sam Ford won his opportunity to challenge Drago, he has said that Ford does not deserve the matchup that he does. Pierce wants that opportunity to face Drago and thinks he's better inside the ring than Ford. Uh-oh, Ford already looking, hoisting him up into a powerbomb, driving Pierce down to the canvas. But a kick out by Christopherson Pierce. And a shot, oh, countered. Up and over, down outside the ring. Goes Christopherson Pierce, and the Tank, XFW's life-size G.I. Joe, the former United States Marine, is in control. Ford still somewhat of a rookie here in XFW in his rookie year, so to speak. Has been the recipient of some mind games by Brian Blaze. He was the last Extreme Opportunity briefcase holder. And had his opportunity wasted, Brian Blaze got under his skin inside his head and caused him to waste it at an inopportune time, but has now found himself again in the number one contendership spot after winning a fatal four-way by hitting the turn kick on Biff Wellington, Last week on XFW programming, wow, that drop kick by Christopherson Pierce had almost no effect on the Tank. Ford turns around the corner. A lot of our XFW community call it Ford Tough. And drops him down across the top turnbuckle. And a haymaker clothesline by the Tank levels Christopherson Pierce. Both men now back up. Pierce resilient. Getting back to his feet. Ford anxious, trying to get his hands on him. Sidesteps and dodges now by Christopherson. He locks on a crippler crossface, trying to damage that giant shoulder of Ford. Pierce definitely has more in-ring experience than Sam Ford. Nice float over suplex now by the Tank. Ford now hoisting him up. Going for the powerbomb. No, this time the Argentine backbreaker. New move by the Tank. And dumps him down to the canvas. Ford now demanding Pierce get back to his feet. Here comes the Tank. Wraps around. Thought he's going to go for a spear, turn it into a gutbuster. Ford now starting to dominate this matchup. Pierce had very little offense. What is this? Gut wrench into a powerbomb. The Tank absolutely tearing apart Christopherson Pierce in our main event tonight. Turn around now by Pierce. Ford with a counter. Into the corner we go. Ford now taking him to the ropes. Irish whip. Oh my dear Lord! Oh my dear Lord! Look at this shoulder tackle! Look at this shoulder tackle by Ford! And now we get a shoulder, takes him up and over. Ford is starting to dominate. The Tank now with a corner. Bumping the chest. Tearing kick connects. That might be all she wrote already for Christopherson Pierce. That's it. Holy cow. Ford coming out and asserting his dominance today on ground zero. Absolutely destroying Christopherson Pierce. Wow, what a battle. Look at that shoulder tackle. Christopherson Pierce turned inside out. Wow. Sam Ford is the #1 contender and is not around to play games. Whoa, 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 whoa. Drago, Drago, Drago. The World Heavyweight Champion is out here. He leveled Bob Harris on the way down. The World Heavyweight Champion into a backbreaker and a power slam. Drago out here taking attacks on the #1 contender. Drago now a suplex. Again, the Ministry of Darkness asserting their dark tyranny over XFW. And now, come on. Come on. Unnecessary. And a clothesline again. Unbelievable. Drago again on the attack.